Students, after a long time I'm back for the class. I'm sorry for the delay. Well, today I'll be explaining the pressure belts. See, my diagram may not be very clean, it might be a little clumsy, but I think it is good enough for you to understand. Now, before I start, let me once again remind you that atmosphere, this pressure belt is of the atmosphere, right? So for that, first of all, let me remind you once again that atmosphere is a composition of different gases. Now, as we know that if all matters have mass, that is weight, and so does gases, and hence if the gas has a weight, then they will have pressure. And what is pressure? Pressure is the force that is applied by the gas. So atmosphere has some pressure. Now I'll come to the this diagram later on. Let me first show you here. Air pressure differs from region to region. Now this air pressure is basically of two types, low pressure and high pressure. Now what makes this pressure differences? The pressure differences depends on two factors, that is the temperature and the altitude. Now, when the air is warm, that is how temperature is related with air pressure differences. It is because when the temperature is high, then the air becomes warm. And when the air becomes warm, it gets light and it expands. And when the air expands, automatically the density will become low. Now, if any matter has low density, then the pressure, the force it will apply will automatically be low. So, warm air, when the temperature is high, the air becomes warm and it gets light and expands, and hence the density becomes low, and as a result, the pressure becomes low. Similarly, it is the opposite. When the temperature is high, the density of the air is cold, and of course the density is more, and hence the pressure exerted by the air will be more. Now, depending on all this, the pressure belts are divided into four main categories. Now, what are these categories? That is equatorial low pressure belt, which lies from 10 degree north to 10 degree south latitude. This L is latitude. I have written in short 10 degree north, 10 degree south latitude. This is also latitude. Next is subtropical high pressure belt. I have written in short. This is P for pressure, B for belt. This lies from 25 degree to 35 degree north and south latitude. That means when I will explain the diagram, it will be easier for you to understand. That means in the northern hemisphere also, this subtropical high pressure belt falls between 25 degree to 35 degree north latitude, and in the southern hemisphere it lies between 25 degree to 35 degrees south latitude. Next comes subpolar low pressure belt. Sorry, here there will be a pressure, okay? Just a minute. Here there has to be a low pressure belt. Now this lies between 60 degree to 70 degree north and south latitude. I have written together because of less space. That means in the same manner, in the northern hemisphere, this lies from 60 to 70 degree latitude, and in the southern hemisphere, it lies between 60 to 70 degree south latitude. The last one is a polar high pressure belt. Now this lies from 80 degree to 90 degree north and south latitude. That means in the southern hemisphere, it lies between 80 degree south to 90 degree south latitude, and in the northern hemisphere it lies between 80 degree north to 90 degree north latitude. Now let's come to the diagram. See, this is the equator. This middle line, among these three, this middle line, the 0 degree is the equator. So the equatorial low pressure belt lies from 10 degree south to 10 degree north latitude. This is south equator. The lower portion is the southern hemisphere and the upper portion is the northern hemisphere. So this will be south latitude and this will be north latitude. So this pressure belt, equatorial low pressure belt, lies between 10 degree north to 10 degree south latitude. Now, why is this region a low pressure belt? Because the sun rays falls directly over this region, and because of the sun's rays, the air is generally warm and gets light, as I have said, expands, and obviously as a result the pressure is low. Now next we go to the subtropical high pressure belt. You will find the same kind of pressure belt in both the hemispheres. Subtropical high pressure belt in the southern hemisphere and subtropical high pressure belt in the northern hemisphere. And the extent of the pressure belt is also same, 25 degree latitude to 35 degree latitude north, and again 25 degrees south latitude to 35 degrees south latitude in the southern hemisphere. Now why does this region have a high pressure? What happens is this light air, this warm air gets light and rises upward. Okay, this in the northern hemisphere it moves towards up towards the north, and in the southern hemisphere it moves towards the south. And hence this region has, and as it rises the air slowly gets cooler, it becomes cold, and this region automatically has more air, the density becomes more, and as a result the pressure becomes high. So subtropical high pressure belt. Next comes the subpolar low pressure belt. This lies from 60 degree north to 70 degree north in the northern hemisphere and 60 degrees south to 70 degrees south in the southern hemisphere. Now, due to the Earth's rotational movement, the movement of the air, the Earth's rotational movement is felt more in this region than the poles. Okay, and as a result, what happens? The air deflects from the polar region towards this region. From the polar region, the air deflects and moves towards this region due to the rotational movement. And this again, I'm sorry. Pause.